inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, a good one on tap in the AFC South. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Michael Badgley will be the first to get this one going. Off we go from the Sunshine State. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
So he's entering season number 5, and make no mistake about it, Mike, at times he has shown flashes of brilliance, but they just can't seem to put it all together to be a perennial playoff contender. Now new coach, new situation, can he become the franchise quarterback that they need him to be, that they drafted him to be? Because if he can turn in those consistent high-level performances, I think he can change the future of this franchise pretty quickly.
It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
We'll go back to Etienne on first down. And he's down on the outside of midfield at the 48-yard line. 12 more yards from him there, and another first down.
Well, after the nice run to start the drive, why not go back to the well and try it again? And that's exactly what they do. Have to imagine at some point now, the defense tries to change their look.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
So something they teach these defenders, especially in the secondary, Mike, is to trust your eyes. Don't panic, don't overcommit until you see where that ball is being thrown. And it's a great example here, the defender just trusting those eyes, breaking on the ball, and pick.
Lawrence now on second down. That one's out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth where the receivers say, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit. And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On fourth down, here's the AFC Pro Bowler from a year ago, Logan Cook to punt. Anthony Gould deep for Indy. And this is going to work out just fine. Kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They're led by the former first-round pick out of Duke, quarterback Daniel Jones.
The coaches spend all week, Mike, drafting up their opening script. These are the plays that they feel the best with to not only attack the defense early, but try to get an idea of what sort of matchups they're going to see throughout the course of the game. Now, all of that is thrown out the window. The plays taken to snapping it this close to your own goal line. They've got to try to get themselves some breathing room, pick up a first down or two, that will allow them to get back on track, executing the rest of that opening script.
19 yards right away to kick off this first down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Now That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Now Jones throwing on second down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. On the handoff, running left, that's Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A 19-yard pickup there. That's good for a Colts first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. They keep feeding him. 15 more on the ground. And another first down.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Jones now on first down. That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Fake the handoff. Now Jones. Left side, that is caught by Warren. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Throwing is Jones on third down. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
That's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
Brought down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's the veteran, Amir Abdullah. And he will score! Amir Abdullah. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Here's Michael Badgley for the point after. Oh, not the best of snaps, and this one is blocked. Past midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jaguars offense ready now for their second drive. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from ETN. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. And he is gone. 73 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here's Gould on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Colts offense ready for their second possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. It is Jordan Lewis who brought him down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Jones. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Taylor. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. First and 10. On play action, it's Jones. right side. That is hauled in by Warren. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
From the gun, it's Jones. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The Jaguars offense ready to get back to work. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Try a jet sweep. He tries to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Good job by the defense. No gain.
So these jet sweep plays, we see them so often, both under center, in the shotgun. There's a lot of ways to do it. But there's a little feast or famine element, especially in today's NFL, with the speed of these defensive edge players. So you got to make sure you get the edge accounted for so you can at least avoid these negative plays.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Brenton Strange was his intended target, and it'll be third down.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
Man in motion here is Washington. To throw is Lawrence. Now a screen set up for Etienne, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw, it's Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Shotgun now for Jones. That's to the right side and incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Jones going to try and throw on 3rd down. That one complete to Pierce. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And he's going to go down. It's a sack, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Defensively, they got a little too eager, as we could see.
Still first down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Now a toss, running left, it's Taylor. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
It's a gain of
25 yards, the pickup there. First down, Indianapolis.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now Jones. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Is the line to gain as we hit third down. Here's Jones to throw. He'll let it go deep left sideline. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got.
That penalty is declined.
In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal drive. This will be from 40. Oh, the snap, a poor one, and it's blocked. But he's not going to be able to advance past the marker. He is stopped short, and the block kick leads to a turnover on downs.
Mike, it's usually not a good thing when we start talking about the long snapper, but it was his error that leads to this blocked kick. So if this operation doesn't get cleaner, this is something we're going to have to keep an eye on the rest of the game.
Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. And he has been sensational in this opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on. In motion is Myers. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of 2.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
3rd and 3.
Throwing is Lawrence. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On play action, it's Jones. And this one is caught by Pierce. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Colts first down.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 9-6 is the score. And we'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Colts with the football to start this second quarter as they've got it with first and 10. Back to throw is Jones. And that is caught on the right sideline, but it's out of bounds, says the official who was right there. Not the most accurate pass. It's incomplete, and it's second down.
So they're not going to come down with the reception, but, Mike, this is actually a really good ball. So with the coverage being as tight as it was, the only place that quarterback can put the ball is high and to the outside, saying, hey, if my guy can't come down with it and keep his feet in bounds, nobody is. The last thing you want to do is miss that ball on the inside, because those are the ones that end up going the other direction. Obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come third down.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They put Strange in motion. Second down, Lawrence. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
In motion is Myers. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Jones keeping this one. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Jones. He'll try to set up the screen here. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
A loss of 2 yards.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. That's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones. And he did all he could, but he's going to be forced out at the line of scrimmage, well short of the first down. In comes Michael Badgley for this field goal try. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And the Colts will tie up the game.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Gives this one to ETN. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Buddy Johnson on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch, and now 4th down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
This one, fielded out beyond the 25. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line has had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Jones. Catch made, then Pittman. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
On the ground, it's Taylor. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 16 yards. That's good for a Colts first down.
A gain of 16
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
The defense not fighting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They go right back to Taylor. And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop him for no gain. 4th down, straight ahead.
No gain on the play.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Jags offense ready to get back at it. In motion comes Thomas. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That's brought in by Myers. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 6. In motion is Myers. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. He'll go right back to Myers. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. A gain there of 27 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. Lawrence. He's going to look for the home run ball. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Man in motion here is Washington. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. He'll drop this for Etienne. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll run it here with Etienne. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Two minutes to play here in what's been an even 1st half. Back with more from Jacksonville. After this timeout, another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. Again, they give it to Etienne. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. Man in motion here is Washington. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. In trouble, and down he goes. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. So it is 4th down. That'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars get 3 here late in the 1st half to take the lead. So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. Here's Gould on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Jones. Flush to his right.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short gain.
2nd down and 8. From the gun, it's Jones. He'll give that one to Taylor, complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in the 2nd quarter. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 12. 1st down, Indianapolis.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the 1st half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Throwing, Jones. Flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Again, it's Jones. Pushed out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Give up the middle to Taylor. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
Halftime coming up. Let's go downstate. And Scott Hansen has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the 2nd half. Let's find out what goes on in the 3rd quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the 2nd half is about to get underway.
Cam
3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. On the return, it's Tyler Goodson. and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now, Jones. He'll dump this off to Taylor. Complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of
16 yards on the game. And a quick first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
On the handoff, it's Taylor. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Foye Oluokun with the play.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
To throw, it's Jones. Right side, that is hauled in by Warren. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. 23 yards on that pass play. That's good for a Colts first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Not much there, maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the 31. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 9. Here's Jones to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Yeah, so you can see the screenplay, the timing was just out of whack from the jump. So the key is, Mike, the running back has to stay in phase with his offensive line. If one of them gets out too fast or too slow, the back and the blocking don't marry up, and you see that's why he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get 4th and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
Badgley's kick is good. And the Colts will tie the game here in the third quarter.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Lawrence now to throw on first down. That one's down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Second down, Lawrence. He's got Myers on the completion. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 14
They get 14 on that hookup. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
First and 10.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage. Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
All right, so in these 3rd and short, 3rd and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league, Mike, kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have 4th down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging 4th down decision.
And a pretty good punt there. Fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Colts offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Jones going to hang on to it here, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
To throw is Jones. Able to find Pittman, it's complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
5. Back to throw is Jones. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On the return, here's Washington. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. To Thomas on the RPO. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. This runs straight ahead for ETN. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scale in favor, and when you can just big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide open target, he's now forced to throw into a contested area.
This one caught left side, that's strange. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. To throw is Lawrence. That's swung out to ETN. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. That'll be enough for a first down.
It's a gain of 8.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He's brought down by Ratu. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
Once again, it's ETN. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
There on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down, 3 to go. To throw is Lawrence. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jaguars. Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will go up by 7.
Makes the score Jaguars 19, Colts 12.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return is Goodson. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Colts offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Taylor gets it out of the pistol. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Now, Jones. Pass right side to down. And a good job rallying for the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Throwing is Jones on third down. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere.
Defense. Automatic first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest, and while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 41 yards.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads...
And he's into the end zone! Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Colts. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Here's Badgley for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Colts will even the score here in the 3rd. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. first down throw for Lawrence. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now here's Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Lawrence, forced to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. 4th quarter now, and it'll begin with a run by Etienne. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Cameron Bynum on the stop. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 5. Tight end going in motion here. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. Now a screen set up for Etienne, and he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
A gain of 9.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter, that's a huge 1st down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot, and I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. Short pass taken in by the tight ends. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. 1st down, Jacksonville.
At the 14-yard line.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Lawrence going to keep this himself. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads, both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Man in motion here is Washington. Lawrence now on 2nd down. The throw here is complete. And the Jaguars are going to be looking at 1st and goal They move it down to the 4.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a...
Good blocking, and he's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jaguars will go up by 7.
Makes the score Jaguars 26, Colts 19.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Here's Gould on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Colts offense and Daniel Jones ready to get going once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. On 1st down, Jones. Finding the open man, that's Pittman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll run here with Hill. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
Jones now on 1st down. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 2nd down, here's Jones. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down.
And the Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers, but what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Jones operating out of the pistol. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete.
It's always a great decision anytime the quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones. And this one is caught by Pierce. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
I'll be honest, Mike. I think everyone in this stadium, when that ball went up, you're thinking pick. Fortunately for him, there wasn't a defender in the area, and he's able to reel it in for a nice gain.
They'll run it and give it to the big guy. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Jones now on 1st down. That one complete to Pierce. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 3. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
3 yards.
That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a 1st down.
First and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our back.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Colts. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will top this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with 1st down. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And a short pickup past the 25.
He's brought down by Leatu Latu. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. That is Nick Cross up from the secondary to record the sack.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second. Whitty Pay bursting through to bring him down.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. Important punt here in this tie game late. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. We're all even. 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left him nowhere to go. And no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
This is intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. We'll have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
A bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10. Lawrence now. This one complete to Washington. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll try to hit him with a screen. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Now, on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. To the right side, hauled in by Meyer. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Lawrence. That is caught by Washington. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Etienne. And he will score again. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
Colts 26.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. On the return is Goodson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to take over possession of the football. Here's 1st and 10. A design run here with Jones. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
This is an area of Daniel Jones' game, Mike, that I think people often overlook. He is sneaky fast, and when he gets out into open space, very rarely can anybody catch him.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jones. To the left side and taken in by Downs. And going to be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here comes 2nd down. Shotgun now for Jones. That's going to be incomplete. Good work until the defender bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
Great job there. Defense separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Jones going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. The Colts will signal for their third and final timeout. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. First and 10. Again, they'll throw with Jones. He'll dump this off to Taylor. Complete.
Jones' pass complete to Jonathan Taylor. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
Second down and 3. Again, it's Jones. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. The former first overall pick in 2022, Trayvon Walker. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long. So it's a win here for the Jaguars. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say, so long from Jacksonville.